Hey there YouTube, I'm Yukitsu, this is Yukitsu Times. Welcome to my channel, welcome to a little bit more of Battlefleet Gothic. So I've decided to show you guys a little bit of just having fun here, and this is sort of try and show that you can play this game and do some unorthodox things. We're going pure carrier orcs, and we've started a new admiral for this because I don't want to turn my normal orc admiral into a pure carrier one. And I don't know if this is going to be that effective, but I mean the theory behind it is pretty solid. There's some good reasons why this could work. And it's because, like, you don't need weapons with orc ships. The orc weapons are entirely superfluous unless you're talking about these savage gunships, which are actually really good weapons-wise. Now, we are at level 1 account against a guy that's given us over 300 points, so that kind of tells you that this guy's account is probably the highest level possible, so that's fun. But in any event, we're going to go ahead and start this shit up here. Let's get going. Alright, so bombers, fighter bombers, bombers, all sorts of aircraft. So, yeah, the theory behind this particular strategy is that, you know, the orcish weapons aren't really that necessary.
Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, it can be fun for him with his high-level ships and his two probably Dauntlesses and just... Yeah, no, he's got two Dauntlesses. Fantastic. He could actually probably have had a little bit more than that if he wanted to. Did I get identified? I think I did. Okay, well, he must have launched one of those whatchamacallits. Anyway, yeah, so our build here, we've got two of these induction grot assistants. It's induction glows for other factions. And this lets us do double boost. This means we can do a ram and then get around for another ram. And what we're going to be doing is just rapid reloads. Just try and hit this guy with our gigantic ships, just head on, even though they're actually tiny ships, but... Alright, swing back around here, fire a couple of these off again. Now, we don't have to worry as much about bombs or torpedoes as he does anyway, since we got all these fighter bombers here, so yeah, we're just going to try and get in pretty soon. He'll be launching another volley of torpedoes at us pretty soon, probably, but the nice thing about this is that we can actually set our ships to front firing, just directly point towards their ships, and just ram them. I mean, we might as well. I mean, we don't need to use our guns. We don't really gain any benefit from using our guns. So, yeah, that's going to be the way things go. This should be the last time that our fighters are going to matter, so we're going to go ahead and just tank our way through these torpedoes to a certain degree. Get ready to fire our torpedoes as well. Alright. Oh man, he juked through those really, really well. Alright, let's get into ramming position. Oh, he has the Inquisition. He managed to slip around me there. I will not let this stand. Come back here, Yumi. Alright, so we're plunking away at his armor here. He's doing a good job of not getting charged by my ships here, but at the same time he's getting hit by my guys. I can actually go ahead and do boarding actions with both of these. Alright, so what do I want to take out on these ships? Probably generators. No, generators are not useful for him here at all. Let's go for engines so he can't dodge me as easily. Alright, let's try and get around so that I can hit him with my torpedoes. There we go. Alright. Boarding torpedoes. Got him. Nope, shit. Derp. Oh, that's hilarious. But you know what? It's all part of being orcs. Alright, so let's get the ship around here. Now the nice thing here is that my ships are not actually taking all that much damage. He really needs to kill those little savage gunships there. Yeah, he's coming for a ram now against them, finally. He only got one of them, unfortunately for him, but it's still pretty good. Try and spread out a little bit, but... Let's go ahead and hit the reload button here.
You got it.
Ooh, got some good hits on that. Yeah, I don't care if he rams me there, so let's go ahead and fire off these torpedoes. Full spread, Mr. Spock. Orc Spock. Alright, so our deck got destroyed, but that's fine. We got some boardings off on them too. their torpedoes are down. They're running out of guns a little bit, actually. This is kind of great.
You got it, boss.
I'm using regular bombers here because the boarding torpedoes are how we're going to be. I'm just going to try and get out of this. I'm not going to try and worry about the other aspect of this.
Here we go.
Boom. Worth it. Alright, so our ship is leaving, unfortunately, but that is part of being orcs. It's definitely a part of being orcs. Alright. Well, goodbye, orc ship. Alright. Could use the induction cells here, but let's not worry about that just yet. I think he might have just about torpedoed himself. That would have been actually pretty great. Alright, so he's running out of weapons pretty quickly here, but
It's over here.
I need to get out of that pretty badly. Boarding torpedo success. I got his generators, engines, I mean, yes. Reload everything. Keep firing. What's lovely about this strategy is that I don't really need to have my
Load that space junk.
special orders for anything useful. I can just have really dumb shit like this. Bonk. Hello. Guess who has more hit points than you?
The fight is over here.
Oh, this is amazing. Okay, let's get around behind him like this. Let's try and take out this ship, actually, because they've got... this one ship is not necessarily going to be able to very easily... Oops, I'm kind of wondering where these bombers are actually going to go. Ooh, nice bombers. Or boarding at me, I mean. Looks like the bombers did hit him. Not very much damage on the orc bombers, but that's fine.
That's over here.
Without his engines, he's going to have a hard time dodging this. Boom! Alright, so he's going to be going off. He got away. Yeah, both of them got away. So, yeah. The fact that I got a lot of that extra stuff was really good for me because, you know, like, even though he had much more advanced ships, it was pretty nice to be able to... I mean, like, it is a really dumb navy that I'm taking here, but if you can get those boarding torpedoes and cause those criticals, it'll eventually just have no systems, and it doesn't matter that like, against Imperials, this is brilliant because they have really, really tough shields, and I just don't care about them. I just got to ignore them completely. So this was really, really just an interesting way of going about it, I think. Oh yeah, they both, I managed to avoid losing it to the warp, so that's really, really good. And I mean, the Savage gunship is what ties this all together, because it does fill in that gap of not having any guns, and it forces them to either focus on, you know, normally you really do want to go after carriers, and you really, really definitely want to focus them down if you can, because they're pretty much defenseless, but they have a lot of damage associated with them. In this particular case, that doesn't really work, though. So he had to kind of go after the Savages, because that's where the really high DPS is, but then he takes those bursts from those bombers, even though the Orc bombers are really, really bad DPS. You know, I mean, they fire off a lot of them, so it's not exactly that bad. They can cause good criticals. Their crit chance is not terrible. I could have gone for the assault boats as well, but I didn't feel like doing that because, like, there's no damage in this build. So you kind of go for that, and then use the boarding torpedoes for the boarding element, and then the bombers for that damage spike. It's kind of like really weird. It'd be nice if the fighter bombers did a little bit more damage, but they're not terrible. Like, they'll eventually kill a ship. It's just you do that and then you use ramming. I probably should actually use brace for impact with this instead of reload. Come to think of it, the induction cells kind of lets me get away with not necessarily doing that. Alright, so this is a little bit more of a normal cruiser clash, so we can't... Oh, no. Okay, well, we're screwed. Because he can take a Void Stalker. It's like, what is this shit? Okay, we're going to take this guy here. And we're going to try something a little bit different here. We're playing across the meta anyway, so let's play it really across the meta. Alright, so we've got 7 Brute Ram ships. Okay. And we're against an Eldar player who... Actually, no, he just barely can't take a Void Stalker. But that doesn't matter, because, like, he could take... if he's all the way, we're screwed. But if he could take... the Eclipse, I guess, would be pretty bad for us. It would be probably 2 Auroras would be bad for us, or just anything like that. But yeah, we're going to be doing some... This is going to be a little bit off kilter. So the reason I didn't take Savages is because if he does take something like Auroras, I need something that can kind of run them down, and the Brute Ramship is the only thing in the Orcish navy that kind of has a decent speed at 188. So bad. This is so bad. Okay, let's go ahead and line these guys up. Now, carriers are pretty good against Eldar, but only once you've got really big mass. So my theory is that once I get to a certain point, if I can get the Eldar player in my vision, I can go ahead and just launch a million ships from all of my carrier ships at them. And that will be, you know, the strategy. That'll be the dream, essentially.
Can we go faster?
Alright, so he's brought one ship. I'm wondering what it is. No, he's got 2 ships. Okay, so let's go ahead and launch my fighters there.
You got it.
Alright, so either one of them's in the gas cloud or one of them is hiding away for some reason. But, yeah, these brute ram ships, we're going to go ahead and have them all on brace for impact prepared for.
Let's show 'em.
Because they don't really need their other abilities. Or the other special orders. It really just does come down to brace for impact as they go in, and if they can survive one hit, then they've done their job. They do about 100 damage per ram, so against Eldar I think it's 150. And they've got a front-firing gun, which is actually exactly what you want to fire against Eldar. It's a fast-firing one in particular. Decent range, decent damage per second, so this is actually an ideal weapon for dealing with Eldar. I mean, it's actually a really high damage per second weapon. It's a 2 damage per second weapon, so it's kind of silly. I'm kind of wondering where he's stealthing with his other one. I'm guessing it actually might be in the Litok ship. Alright. Let's see if we can get vision of this guy. He's decided to run silently as he approaches. Wondering where that's coming from. Okay, so he's got a ship over here. But we're going to continue on this way. I'm going to start heading towards that gas cloud just in case we can get in there. Oh yeah, no, he's all the way. We're so screwed. You know what? That's actually not too bad. We're going to get out of it before we take too much damage.
That's not supposed to burn.
Alright, there we go.
What you want? Can we go faster?
Oh, there's their ship. I'm going to go ahead and I'll head for it.
The red button.
I just have to catch up enough to get vision.
Ship sighted.
And now we can start doing a little bit there, because our guns are actually going to be okay there. Alright, so I guess not, so let's go ahead and keep that as our prepared.
You got it. You want us over there?
Now, the thing is, his ship is actually kind of skirting a little bit closer than it should be. Alright, so we're going to try and disable its engines, of course.
He's ready.
Alright, maybe we can get a ram on this guy. That would be lovely if we could. Oh, wait, I forgot. No, we need to not do lightning strikes against this guy because he's got this, what he's got. Let's go ahead and...
Okay, we'll go that speed.
Alright, you guys all need to keep going.
You want us over here?
Alright.
Okay, we'll go that speed.
Oh, and a micro warp. Really?
Hawks is best.
Alright, so he's used his boost, so he can't get too much further out. Let's see if we can hit that thing over there.
You got it.
This is such an unconventional orc fleet that maybe it'll work. Oh, my ships are ramming into each other. They've in fact blown themselves up.
We go faster.
Perfect.
We'll go, boss.
Oh, that's the orkiest of things to do. Alright. Still on run silently, so he can get away a little bit there. But, you know what, that's fine.
Want us over there?
Alright, so it'll be a long, long time before I can use the Grot Assistance, get that back up there. I need some levels on this ship, but yeah, this is working actually a lot better than I thought it was going to. I mean, we've lost like 2 escorts against Altway. He should have been easily capable of killing like all of them by now, but let's see if we can blind fire these anywhere useful. Probably like that much lead, I think. Switch to these.
He's ready.
Alright, so repair this guy.
All back up.
Alright, let's try and get up to this guy again.
Excited. What you want?
No, let's keep on this one.
Yeah. You want us over there?
This is where taunt would be useful, but we're slowly dealing some damage to this guy.
Space junk.
I'm gonna spread my guys out a little bit as I advance towards him.
The fight is over
But,
here.
oh no, my generators got destroyed. He has got a light talk. Well, it's my generators and not my engines at the very least, so that's good. And he doesn't really have any weapons, so it's not too bad losing that. Oh shit.
Move that space junk.
Yeah, no, I can't turn around fast enough, so I'm gonna have to just tank through this. See if I can't,
You got it, boss.
get through here.
An escort
No.
ship.
Nope.
Bang bang, boss.
Apparently that was my lead escort ship.
We's ready.
Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen. Of course he had ult away.
Hawks is best. Time to stop her.
Done a lot more damage than I thought I would have by now.
Okay, we'll go that
Alright.
speed. Hawks, hawks, hawks. Yeah. Here we go. You want us over there? Here we go.
Oh man, this is... He's got literally the perfect counter to what I took, is the thing. Like, he is so lucky in what he took there. It's just, like, impossible. Alright, I'm gonna have to warp out here, but you know what? That's fine. He could run in and try and cancel, but it really doesn't matter, because he doesn't have enough DPS to actually kill my ship. Like,
Enemy ship sighted.
it's not even a case of just he doesn't have enough DPS to kill my ship, in the sense, like, he can't actually kill my ship at all. Because he doesn't have any weapons. Like, this would have failed against any other kind of orc fleet, which is the funny part, but,
Guide us.
like, it works against this one, because this one has such shitty ability to deal with this. Nope. Like any other one, his DPS would be so low that I could potentially just eventually overwhelm him, but, like, wasn't gonna happen there. Like, it's matching me against what are clearly level 8 admirals with high amounts of favors, so, like, winning these should be impossible anyway, so it is a little bit badly balanced in that sense, and the fact that it's giving me, like, an additional 100 points means that these guys are clearly outclassing me by enough, but, you know, if it wasn't for that one Ulthway ship, I think we could have done that. That Ulthway favor is just too good against escorts. Like, it is so powerful against them. But yeah, no, this has been a pure blast so far. I still, like, the funniest thing is that I still have not lost a light cruiser in this exchange yet. I'm gonna figure out, like, I'm not sure what I want to do in particular in terms of favor for this one to deal with Eldar, because you can either go with, of course, the traditional method, which is to use the tractors and stuff like that to sort of get that kind of damage against the Eldar, or you can go for the slightly less conventional, but my preferred way of doing it, which is to take the bonuses through, or sorry, take the bonus Nova Cannon with the Orcs, which lets you fight Eldar really effectively. Especially with this one, like, since all my front firing guns are just torpedo launchers, those are actually quite a high quality weapon. I might not want to do that. Like, I like doing it with ones that have the mega cannon front, because the mega cannon, you know, it's a good weapon, but you don't lose too much, and it's actually cheaper than if you have the torpedoes. So, you know, or alternatively, the ones that have the double guns on the sides. But, I mean, the carrier capacity is still pretty strong, so it's just that losing torpedoes feels pretty painful when all you've got is, like, torpedoes and, like, fighter bay. So I kind of don't know if I want to go with the Nova Cannon spam on this particular one, but it could be really funny. Alright, it's Cruiser Clash, it's 250 points. It's probably going to, like, boost me up hugely again. I'm hoping it doesn't. I really want to have a couple matches where it's just, where I'm not... Okay, well, it's Chaos. This could be really funny, actually. It's Chaos, and we're actually facing off at an even level here, so this is going to be potentially a carrier-on-carrier fight here, and it'll come down to whether or not I can get rams against him and boosts against him, or if my torpedoes are superior to his heavy cannons, or if the fact that his guns or his gunboats and his fighters are better than mine just overwhelms me too much, because his fighters are vastly superior to mine. They're just way, way better. We're going to set these guys to auto on these, and we're going to... Yeah, he's got 2, so...
Can we go faster?
Let's go ahead and launch our fighters. And this is probably going to be like one of those moments where he's looking at what's going on here. He's like, what? I think he's got Mark IIs, actually. So it's a brawler chaos against all carrier orc, and this is going to just be... Like, leveling this up is going to be so stupid. But I think this is a great way to play off meta. Like, I think I'll actually show you guys an all brawler chaos build as well as another one of these, or maybe an all really focused on Starken and Eldar or something like that. Eldar don't really have versatility in their build, which is really unfortunate because they've only got the one option per tier. It looks like the orcs are the same, but realistically they can actually have a ton of variety just because of how much they can change and customize their ships. So because of that, orcs are actually one of the most versatile factions in terms of like what ships they can take, because they don't rely on the sort of class of ships, they instead just rely on that customization. Meaning they can be whatever they want to be, except for fast. That they can't really be fast. Alright. Now, I don't even know if I really need to use the induction coils in this one. All I need to do is dip into the gas cloud every once in a while to stop him from keeping vision on me when I don't have vision of him, but in all likelihood I'll be able to get vision of him. I'm gonna go forward firing so that I can just click on their stuff and then ram them that way. If you are like not 3,000 away, or you're pointed towards them and you're 3,000 away or whatever like that, you just click an attack order, your ship will move directly towards their ship, and you actually then get to pummel them with a boarding or with a ram attack, because you'll head straight towards them. You do have to adjust a little bit. I'm just gonna fire that as well. I think that first volley is actually going to hit, but this second one just stops them from turning. I don't think I got any boarding torpedoes off there. Alright.
Here we go.
Yep, they are indeed.
Full speed.
Nope, I whiffed that one pretty badly. Fortunately, though.
Okay, we'll go that speed.
We got this here.
I'm back in charge. Here we go. Hold up to something.
Oh, shit, I flubbed that pretty badly. Alright, let's see if I can ram this guy.
You want us over there?
Nope. Oh, maybe. Damn it.
Here we go. Okay, we'll go that speed. You
Yeah,
want
I
us
need
over
to take
there?
out these guys' engines on both cases. I want to take out both their engines. Did he get both of mine with that? Yeah, he did. Let's take induction coils here. I have to lead these because he's actually quite good at dodging. Oh, he took out my engines? Well, I don't need those that badly, so... Burn torpedo success. Perfect. I think I've missed my opportunity here. Like, this is one that I could have won, but I think I've failed the micro one. Like, there's also the fact that I got a little bit unlucky. Like, let's go ahead and try and actually do this.
What do you want? You want us over there?
Alright.
Here we go. Orcs is best.
See if I can't get in boarding range of one of them. Kind of drifting there in a funny way.
You got it. Hit the red button.
Alright.
Can we go faster? What do you want? Orcs is best.
Alright, there we go.
Over there. We's ready.
He's using that tactical cogitator a lot, and it kind of annoys me. I really dislike tactical cogitator, honestly. Right, we got the engines. Perfect. So we can get an easy boarding action on this guy. Gonna target weapons on him from henceforth. Hello. How's it going, buddy? Feel like being this close to me? Oh shit, he took out my engines. Oh man, that's so bad. Failure. Alright, we're just taking this guy for a ride here. Just a little bit of a ride. We're gonna try and disable this guy's engines as well. Now, even without my engines, I'm slightly better off than he is when I've got my red button, so... Going for a ride, buddy. Alright, so... Yeah, we got another flight of stuff yet? Just about. Boom! Right where he felt it there.
Okay, we'll go that speed.
Yeah, we really need to disable this guy's engines there.
What you want? You want us over there?
I don't think boarding torpedoes can really do anything there. Oh, they can cancel warp. I didn't know they could cancel warp. That fire might actually kill it. Boom. This is such a stupid but fun build.
Ready.
Okay,
The fight is over here.
I don't want to use the induction right now because obviously I would get nothing out of it. This guy's been completely immune to my all these boarding actions it suffered. Alright, we're gonna auto these.
What you want? Can we go faster?
Let's try and get this around so I'm firing a torpedo spread at it. I've lost a fighter deck off this guy, so. Alright, let's try and get this guy actually away from here. Come on. Yes. Okay, we got something. Alright, we need to get that guy back though, out of the fight. Okay, we got another assault boat success. We got the generators. Alright. So if I can get in close to this guy while running the hell away with this guy, we should be actually pretty okay. Now let's actually take out this guy's generators, or weapons, I mean, weapons. Hey buddy, wanna go for a ride?
He's ready. That's not supposed to burn. Fix it.
Alright, so
You want us over there?
just gonna keep ramming into this guy until we can get maybe a kill here. How many weapons does this guy have left? None. I do it for points. Because it does level up your ships a lot faster if you can destroy enemy ships. Alright, so he's gonna get away with this one though. Alright, we're going for a ride, buddy. You'll get away before I can kill you, but no, I get more. Yeah, like, I want more renown, basically, is why I'm doing that. Yeah, I mean, it is fair for him to feel frustrated by that, though. Like, you should not lose to full carrier orcs. But, I mean, when you've got your ship sitting there, it's got no engines, it's got no deck, it's got no weapons, like, then at that point in time, you've got a ram, but you're now ramming orcs, and it's just... This is a great off-meta build. Like, I'm really loving how dumb it is, but... Alright, so we got one that's, you know, damaged, but damage carrier is still okay because we got that third slot, which is also a carrier, so... this is where we're going to get into the cruiser territory, though, and our cruisers are going to be so stupid looking. Like, I'm going to just show you that real quick, play one game with it maybe, but that's what we're taking here. So, we've still got the Prow Torpedo Launcher. This one's the six-shot one, which is still fantastic, and the Prow Guns, which means we've actually got a gun now. And it's actually a pretty decent one. If I recall correctly, you get more than one Prow Gun. I think there's 2 inherent to a battery, so let's double check that, though. I'm not 100% sure about that. Maybe there is really only one. Alright. Yeah, that is actually just one gun there. So, yeah, no, it's pretty decent DPS at the front there, though. So, not too worried about that. We got our lovely Grotz ship launches. I mean, this thing can really do very, very little that's useful. But we'll go ahead and grab ourselves the induction or Grot enhanced induction cells. This says something different in the battle, which is kind of weird, but you know, whatever. We'll live with it. And what do we want here? We are a carrier fleet, so it actually would make sense for us to take a Grot on a rock at some point in time. We might as well start taking him here. So let's go ahead and grab that. Let's go ahead and get into another game. This is so fun. Like, it is a really expensive ship at this point in time, which is kind of funny because it's got 4 carrier bays, but it's a cruiser tier ship. Like, this is the only way that you can get that in the game. So the fact that that is an orc thing is kind of funny to me, but oh no, I don't have what it takes for this. Well, you know, we'll take our carrier again, and we'll see if this guy's got the perfect counter to what I'm taking. It looks like he won't, though, because I don't have a million extra points, so... what's likely going to happen here is I'll actually be able to move without immediately getting killed by warp storms. So, you know, I think that that's a good thing. The one problem is that I've got like half as many brute ram ships here, but the other thing is I don't have the upgrades on my brute ram ships yet, so it's a little bit sad. I need that thing that gives them extra boost duration so that they can more easily catch up to those Eldar ships. Because as it currently is, I still have a little bit of issue catching up to them, and I don't know. I don't normally use brute ram ships against Eldar. It's not really my style. I just use the favor abilities. I'm seeing a lot more Eldar tonight than I normally see, though. So I think I'll try an off-meta. Like, the only thing that I don't think I can do an off-meta build on is the Imperial Navy. Like, they're just so stodgy that I don't think that there's any way to play them as anything other than what you play them as. I cannot see any of his ships. That's really a good sign. I'm hoping that means he's in the gas cloud. No, he cannot be a Lighthawk, actually. So, let's swing ourselves over this way. Yeah, because, like, if he was also level 1, this would be a 300-point cruiser clash. So there's a slight possibility that my opponent has decided to actually just hide in a gas cloud and doesn't want to fight me. Like, that is possible. Alright. In which case, this would be a really awful, boring match, but sometimes you do have those awful, boring matches. Or sometimes you get some guy who's a really, really evil person and just tries to take out all your ships because, you know, he's like, you know, I bet I could take out all of this opponent's ships and get a bunch of extra renown, and that would be lovely. And part of this... Oh, no, he is definitely somewhere. He's running silently, and he's sort of... Yeah, there he is. Okay. He was running silent just to try and, you know, get close to me. I don't, like, never start the game running silently is what I would argue. Okay, so he's got an Aurora, probably, which is quite dangerous. Oh, no, this is going to be one of those annoying matches. Okay, well, we can try and deflect some of those with our fighters. I don't actually know what I'm firing that at, if I'm totally honest with you. Probably gonna get hit by a couple of those. Yeah. Well, that's fine. Alright, so... want to get just a bit of vision here. Hi. Alright, so we're going to focus down those engines of his for obvious reasons. Oh no, that was a bad time to do that. This is probably... No, actually he didn't. Strange. Alright. Strange. Did I crit anything on this guy? No, I didn't. Oh, boarding torpedo success though. Took out one of his pulsars actually. Alright, these ships actually have so little hit points that it makes sense for me to do that for these guys. I don't think I'm actually going to be able to ram, so I'm just going to actually do this. Alright, so we're just at the point where, just about at the point where it can boost again, so that would be lovely. Let's see here. God, so much distance. The Aurora is one of those ships that actually just can outright outrun me. So it's kind of like that. Alright, any boarding successes there? Yep, we got one of his engines. Alright, so our ships have bumped into each other just gently, gracefully a little bit there. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and get this ship into the fray here. That's going to miss just tremendously. I think he's trying to reduce the impact of micro on himself, but... Alright. Ooh, yeah, I think he's manual firing those, which is not necessarily a great idea against escorts. Like, it's a good idea against certain things, but not escorts, I would argue. Oh, that's gonna just wipe out that escort, yeah. Now, this might still beat me, but I think I've got a much better chance than I did last time. At the very least of destroying one of the ships, but got the induction cells now. I should actually do this. Let's aim at this guy's engines as well. I think my fighter bombers are heading towards him. Alright, it's brute ram ships. I'm not really ramming with them, but you know what? Their gun is actually pretty okay in this situation, I feel. Oh, actually, what kind of want to juke that? I'm not going to be able to. It's going to suck. It's going to suck. Ah, it wasn't so bad, actually. Oh, wow, he just barely nicked that. Alright. Let's see if we can't run this guy down just a little bit there. Aim these torpedoes up this way. Man, these people just use the tactical cogitators constantly. I really hate that about people. Like, you don't really need to use it in a lot of the situations that you use it, is the thing. Alright, that didn't work that badly. Oh, that's gonna. Oh, crap. Alright, we got a chance of hitting this guy. Oh, that's not ideal. These torpedoes are gonna definitely land home there. Yeah, that was a lot of damage, but you know what? It wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad. Should have done this a little bit earlier. Oh, crap. Alright, we're gonna go with regular torpedoes for a second here. Alright, so... think we've actually dealt enough criticals to these guys that I don't have to use those anymore, so let's go ahead and use bombers. Might be able to kill this guy with one. Let's try and move this guy closer to there. Alright, so he's below 100 hit points now, but...
What do you want? You want us over there?
This guy over here is going to continue to be trouble for my guy.
He's ready.
Oh, that's gonna definitely kill him. Yeah, I think he's just barely gonna get away with beating me here. Unless I can get a really good bomber run on him, it's gonna be his victory here. Alright. Let's go ahead and dump some fighters on him as well. Still want to hit his engines though, if I can get a critical. It's just going to be much harder to get a critical at this point in time. Yeah, got a little bit of damage off on him. Just going to wait for the natural recharge on my thing here and then do a double up. Maybe catch him by surprise and then we'll hit reload right away. I need to like land a torpedo or something, I think, is what I need to do here. What I'm liking about this is that he doesn't actually have 2 lances, so he doesn't get through my armor there. Oh shit, this is gonna suck. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Nope. Okay.
Okay, we'll go that speed.
Oh, come on, really?
You want us over there?
Look how little damage my torpedoes do, though, by the way. It really does suck. Alright. Oh, shit.
You want us over there?
It's actually not that bad. That's just barely juked that. So the reason I didn't hit this again is because I don't have anything lined up, so there's no point in me hitting the button for it.
You want us over there?
Right, we've almost got our big red button filled up again. Oh crap, that's gonna definitely cause damage. Alright, so this time he's gonna be a little bit in front of us, so... This time it might make more sense for us to use the...
Okay, we'll go that speed. Here we go.
Oh, really? He got that off at exactly the right time they needed it.
Okay, we'll go that speed.
Lightning strike, fire.
Over there. That's not supposed to burn. Fix it.
This is such a long fight. I wish I had it. I really wish I could get another disable on his stupid engines. Like, I seem to be completely incapable of getting disables against his engines.
Orcs is best. Here we go.
Oh wow, really? My turrets do nothing. Jeez. Like systematically, my turrets do nothing. Oh wow, he missed that last shot.
Here we go. You want us over there?
There we go. Alright, 1 down, 1 to go.
Here we go. You want us over there?
Alright, let's send you after this guy. Alright, so he'll want to either move or... Oh, really? Wow, okay.
You want us over there?
Let's just actually hit him with that. Shit, shit. Oh, that's so bad. Okay, that did some real damage to me. I got hit by all 4 of those ones. I should really deploy fighters at some point in time, but I just really want to hit him with the bombers. You know? Alright. Let's go ahead and keep pushing forward. Keep that pressure up so he can't turn around freely. Because if he gets me with another good torpedo hit, then I'm pretty much dead here. Actually, you know what? Let's try and disable his torpedoes, because if I kill his torpedoes, he can't actually hurt me anymore.
You got it.
Like, that pulsar doesn't really get through my shield quite. Use boarding torpedoes for a second here.
You want us over there? Reloading.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
Here we go.
Oh no, he's gonna... Yeah, that's gonna win him the game there.
Over there.
Because now I can't ram him.
Here we go.
Aw, man.
You want us over there?
I think my ship's gonna explode here. This is so close.
Okay, we'll go that
Like, what
speed.
I think he realizes at this point in time is that he could actually ram my ship. Alright.
Okay, we'll go that speed.
Yeah, that was one of those ones where it came down a little bit to luck because I didn't get those engine criticals and I really needed them. And I had a lot of opportunities to get engine criticals, but they never showed up. And of course, those torpedo spreads, like, they're really, really good against orcs because orcs can't do anything to dodge them, really. I really should have also just been putting up more fighters to block those ordnance points, but, you know, honestly, that came out pretty close, all things considered, and I got to ram one of his ships, which is always great. Especially at this tier where there's no tricks that I can pull out to do it. It's just, you know, you can do it if you can do it if you keep trying. I didn't get a chance to use that cruiser though, so I want to do one more here, just so I can use the cruiser. Even if it's an Eldar one, I'll use that one just because. All right, let's give it a go. So yeah, like this one against Eldar, I would need any of the 3 favors because like the Bad Moons would have let me get a disable on one of those ships. Of course, the Nova Cannon spam would have really changed things up if I was using that with bashes. And I could have also gone with tractor cannons. Goff obviously would have done nothing, so don't even think about it. But like, this is not a Goff fleet really, because you don't necessarily have anything to do once you get in close. So cruiser clash, okay. All right, and we're against an orc player named Grot Launcha, who's probably not going to be launching as many Grots as we are, because we are the king of launchers. All right, so we got just the Terror this one, and this is gonna be, you know, really stupid. This is not at all a good way to play orcs, but it's the way we're playing orcs. So we're gonna try and disable his engines and then disable all his weapons. And once he's completely without any of that sort of stuff, we can start focusing on a little bit on damage. We're gonna use the Savage Gunships after we deal that. But the thing is, like, the bombers for the orcs deal so little damage. I was realizing that it's just like, I was watching them fly in and then bomber the hell out of an Eldar ship and deal like a run from whatever, dealing about 60 damage, and that's just so bad. And I was thinking, it's like, yeah, that actually sounds about what they do, but yeah, I mean, you need the overwhelming mass of bombers just all hitting one ship all at once, because that can deal a lot of damage. Like, this one's, instead of dealing 60 damage, is like 120 damage, or maybe even a little bit more, if you manage to get lucky with the rolls there. Depending on how many overwhelm their air defenses. Okay. I'm going to start with those boarding torpedoes, definitely, in this case, I think, but forward firing with this guy. Alright. In fact, forward firing with everybody. That way I can just point it forward, and that'll get my torpedoes relatively on track, and I can also just click on a guy, hit that button, and be relatively on track permanently with the torpedoes. But yeah, the Grot assistants here are gonna be an interesting addition in an orc versus orc fight. I'm not necessarily sure that it's the wisest decision. Actually, I wanted to do the orc assault boats there. Also, it helps because I've got front-facing weapons in this particular case. I don't actually normally have those, but alright, so what have we got here? It must be 2 light cruisers and just an escort. You know, the usual. It would be the usual stuff there. So let's go ahead and fire off torpedoes. My opponent's firing off his torpedoes. Everyone's firing torpedoes.
You want us over there?
We're just going to get towards this asteroid field a little bit. try and dodge out of these. Oh yeah, all of his ships have torpedoes. Yeah, it is 2 light cruisers, and he took the one that has torpedoes. I forget what it's called, but it's not a particularly intimidating light cruiser or light escort vehicle. I mean, sure, there's uses for that sort of thing, but I'm not too intimidated by it. Alright, so apparently, like, despite having fighters, this fleet is weak to torpedoes, so we'll keep that sort of thing in mind. Okay. I think that, like, just comboing this sort of ship with Savage gunships is actually how you have to do it, but, you know, we'll see. Yeah, we managed to, I think, juke that completely. It'll be a little bit close on that one, but I think we're okay. Alright. Start just doing that sort of slalom to slide away from torpedo fire. Oh, actually they're firing torpedoes at my Savage gunships here. Oh, I don't really know what the best route would be to avoiding those. Yeah, I don't think the advanced induction cells are actually going to do anything in this particular matchup. Well, maybe I could run away and kite with it, but it's not really very much part of the... Like, this is kind of not the strategy for this particular fleet setup, but, like, at the same time, I also don't want to ram with this fleet in this situation, in this context. Alright, so we just kind of want to get vision here. So let's go ahead and just drop that right away. Alright, so we want to target engines. Target engines. And then obviously their little Ravager attack ship, I don't really care what it does. Alright, so I guess we are kind of going to want to just kite away at this point in time. I'm wondering what kind of torpedoes those are that they're firing at us. They're boarding torpedoes, so it doesn't really matter all that much if they hit my escorts. So now we kind of have an idea or a feel for what they're doing. Alright, so this ship's going to need some healing pretty soon, but nothing too crazy. He's decided to really throw some of those heavy hits against that escort ship there, which is kind of smart. They are really deadly, but this gives me a bit of an opportunity here. Not only deal some damage to the ship here, but... Oh, really? Generators on the first go, huh? It's too close range for torpedoes to work there. Alright, so I got the bigger ship, so rams favor me a little bit there. Huh. Or rather, should favor me a little bit there. Jesus. Alright, let's get out of here with this ship here a bit. Why am I causing 0 damage to the ship here? Well, I'm missing a lot apparently, so that's probably part of it. Alright, let's get our big ship around here to help. Am I seriously missing this often? I think we're within close enough distance, yeah. Too close for that torpedo to work. Alright, let's just do this. Let's just get in. Because I need those guys doing other more important things here. At this point in time. Shit. Boarding torpedo failure, but one of them succeeded. Yeah, they took out one of my goddamn... Yeah, they took out one of my fighter bays there, which really, really sucks. Alright, let's just keep on hitting his shit there.
Hawks, hawks, hawks.
Took out his generators. Just keep on trucking here.
Here we go. Hawks, hawks, hawks.
Oof, nice.
What do you want?
Yeah, so that one's gone.
Here we go.
Now it's just his carrier versus my carrier, I guess.
You want us over there?
Yeah, I just need a little bit of distance here. Oh, both of them are recalling. Nice. Come on, fire one more time. They should be able to get this off because his generators were destroyed.
That speed.
Like, he had the carrier to try and counter mine, but is that going to not blow it up? 8 hit points, oh my god.
That's not supposed to burn.
Alright, so he's going to get away cleanly there. By 8 hit points, so close. Alright, still, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, taking this thing. I was surprised that he had a carrier there. Like, I didn't even see him have a fighter screen deployed, but still, I mean, that's probably why he wasn't taking very many hits from my my own carrier, but it also meant that his own gunfire was probably less than 2 Savages. I mean, Savages just have so much damage per second, it's obscene how much they have, so even with that, I think I was going to out-DPS him there. I guess unless he's firing heavy cannons out of both sides of his cruiser, which, you know, and in that case, actually, he does deal more damage than I do, but then I'm firing front armor into his side armor, so it would have actually favored me a little bit. Alright, so my Terror is now a lot more powerful because it's got that level, it's got that ability to launch bombers and assault boats much faster, so this is kind of working out a lot more effectively than I thought it was going to. We've got 2 losses against Eldar, but I've said before that orcs are at their weakest in the early levels, and like I would say for the first 3 levels, orcs are at their very weakest, and Eldar for the first 3 levels are the strongest faction, no questions asked. And this is because the orcs can't do any of their tricks at this level, and the Eldar at this level still have their pulsars, which are really uncounterable for things like the Dauntless, for the Hellbringer, and for the Basha. So they really are too powerful by far at this level. But things level out once you hit level 5, and they sort of reverse in terms of that matchup once you hit level 10, where it becomes really hard to beat orcs using Eldar. Mostly because of tractor cannon spam, but other reasons abound as well. So it's not entirely because of tractor spam, it's also because of, you know, what's it called? Nova cannons. Like, if I spammed out Nova cannons, it would work. But I expect that this particular composition can't really do anything against Eldar unless it gets lucky on the criticals it causes for the first little while, and I'm okay with that. You know, it's just a bad matchup for this. Honestly, Chaos Carrier potentially can outplay this pretty badly as well, because the torpedoes are dodgeable, whereas their 9,000 range cannons are not. So the Chaos fleets would actually have an advantage in a fight versus the Orc Bashas, just because their assault boats are a lot superior as well, and so on and so forth, until there's a certain point where I just have so many more fighters than they do that they can't stop them all, which is really hilarious using that against Chaos. But anyway, this is an off-meta look at orcs. I hope you found this video enjoyable, and of course, as always, I hope to see you all next time.